Well, we survived. That didn't happen when I played before. I went with the railroad, and they fixed the whole thing up pretty easily. Also, I don't think he gave me the holotape, did he? Because he had to walk so far. Is it the network scanner? Okay, good. Downloading complete. Did I need to do anything else with this? Oh, it just tells who was going. So some various synths with these, probably coursers with those designations were going, and then me. Whoops. Okay, that's it. Did I take my holotape back? Yeah. Is that all I needed to do? No? God, it's been so long since I've been here, I don't remember exactly. And also, as always, I like to look around at everything.
Hello.
Hello.
I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful.
Oh, thank you.
I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
Institutionalized. So I've never actually sided with the Institute, and I'm kind of considering it. Oh. Look, I stepped in. Oh, okay. Don't trust me to press the button myself.
I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute.
Ooh. Ah.
This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason.
Yep. Yep.
You are here for your son.
So I know there's a big moment coming here, so I was waiting for him to finish talking. Oh, it's not here yet. Okay, I guess we gotta go down again. Or up. That music is slightly reminiscent of Portal in some ways. That doo 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 doo. Here it is. It's Sean.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Oh, my son, Sean.
Sean. I've been looking for you for so long.
Who are you?
It's me, your old dad.
Sean, it's me.
He won't know you anyway because he
I'm
was a
your
baby
dad.
when he
Father,
was taken.
what's going on? What's happening?
Sean, are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
What's going on? Father? Father!
He's getting all agitated now.
Shh, shh. It'll be okay, Sean. I'm here
I
now.
don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here, help me!
See, this makes sense. Why would it... First off, how would he know that that's Sean immediately? And how is Sean assumed or expected to know who his real father is?
Who is Father? Where is he?
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
So, let's see how to respond. Father, that's your name, your title? This is insane. Give me Sean, the real Sean. I could kill you.
Father? That's your name? Your title?
Father is my unofficial title. It's what I've come to mean to the people of the Institute, just as you mean to your son, to Sean.
Where's my son? We're all we're missing is teacups and the white rabbit. I want answers now. Just help me understand. Of course, you gotta go sarcasm.
God. All we're missing are the teacups and the white rabbit.
Ah, levity. Excellent. A sure sign that you adapt quickly to stressful environments. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarding. It's good to finally meet you, after all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
The big reveal. How is this possible? Well, you know, you don't know the exact time that he was taken.
It's really you? After all this time?
Yes. It's true. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years?
He's got nice
That
skin
is
for a
the reality.
60-year-old.
And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
Although he has been living underground in the dark.
But why? Why take a child? Why take you?
Ah, now that's the question, isn't it? Why me?
That's what I
At
asked.
that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
let's see. Human synths. See where this is going. You lost me. The weird science experiments needed specimens. That's why they took you. Human synths?
Human synths? Really?
Human-like synths. A great distinction. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics, used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
They're my children. Well, I guess my grandchildren. Although if they're cloned after him, then they would kind of be Kai's children, because they'd be the same generation. They'd be like all brothers.
And you've been down here the whole time?
I have. Yes. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up?
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Collateral damage? Is that all she was to you?
I forget that it's been such a short time for you. I don't have any direct memories. And I've had my entire life to cope with the loss. Has it always been easy? Of course not. But I've done my best to move on and live my life. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
let's see. Director, why you? They need your help. They're scared of you. Doesn't matter what they think.
But, Director? Why you?
I was the most qualified for the position. Obviously.
No, obviously.
I've lived my life within these walls, dedicated to science like every other member of the Institute. My hard work has paid off. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. I know there's more for us to discuss. But the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
Oh, you want me to stay with you?
You want me to stay here? In the Institute?
Yes, that is what I propose. Is it so hard to imagine? The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
You know, I think that if this were me in real life, just imagining, then I would definitely stay in the Institute because it is quite nice down there and terrible up above.
Things are pretty terrible up there.
I've seen it myself. I know. That is why we are so committed to creating a better life for ourselves here. And it's a life that you can now be part of. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
Are you sure?
Are you sure you want this?
Yes, I am. It would benefit us both to work together.
All right.
Thank you. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ayo in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.